is the Big Journey by Ulvind, and this is going to be a very cute run. So anything you'd like to say, Ulvind?
Well, hello everyone. As Focus has said, my name is Ulvind, and the game we're going to play today is called The Big Journey. Keep in mind, if you suffer from motion sickness, this is going to be a little rough of a run, but I'm going to explain why when we get to it. Our objective is we are this little cute cat that you can see on the right, of the left of your screen right now. Oh, on the right now. He's called Mr. Whiskers. And his objective is to find the owner of the dumpling shop that has disappeared. He has disappeared into the forest. So we will have to go in search of him. And yeah, we're just going to start whenever you want. And I'm just going to say the timer then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. So this is the game. You have two types of controls that are preferred. I'm going to use the buttons rather than the gyro, because if I use the gyro, it's rapidly becoming a nightmare. You have these dumplings here that you use to make Mr. Whiskers grow. And keep in mind, the more he eats, the more difficult it will be for him to move. So you have to do your run, or at least your route, pretty wisely, so you don't lose a lot of time because he is too chunky to pass through things. And here we have this little section here where we glide over water. There we go.
Yes, I will mention again, if you have issues with motion sickness, be very careful with this game.
Yeah.
That being said, so what is like the basic plot premise of The Big Journey?
Yeah, so like I said, you're Mr. Whiskers, and the owner of the dumpling shop, Mr. Chu, has disappeared. And our objective will be to try to go for him into the forest. So we venture into the forest to try to rescue him, and we will go over a lot of zones, not only the forest, to actually get him. Here we go. And here we have... You have these, like these wind tunnels that we can use to actually give us a lot of speed upwards. Here we take these bumpers that we're going to try and use to the best of our abilities. This platform, this rising platform, we have to be very cautious for not being on the on the side of it that is actually facing the wall, because you might actually get stuck to it and soft lock. And if you soft lock, you have to redo the stage in its entirety. Okay, little scare here. There we go. It's a little bit scary sometimes, but because we have some zones where it will be pretty close to a soft lock, but fortunately we managed to get out of it. And here we have these blocks that you have to break. You have to jump on them twice, so you have to time your jumps correctly. Also move the camera in tune to be sure to hit in this to hit it correctly on the second try. Reason why I say the camera, because as you can notice, it is not the character that moves, it's actually the camera. If you remember a game called not Tokitori, I mix up again, called Loco Roco, which was released on the PSP a while back, this is basically the same premise, or at least the same premise in terms of gameplay. In that your character can grow larger as he consumes more things, and you move the stage instead of moving the camera. Definitely becomes pretty interesting here. Get rid of those enemies. And this little cutscene I hope doesn't play again. Okay, good. Because these cutscenes have a pretty nasty habit of repeating themselves. And it might at least it will happen a couple more times during the run, because we have a lot of these doors to open. So here we're going to go through this. There we go. Oh, nice. Keep in mind, sometimes these damage boosts can definitely help you, because in this case we lost the dumpling, which made us lighter, plus we got a boost in the direction we wanted to face. So this is... these bombs or these hits by the enemies can really become damage boost if you time them correctly. Alright, level 4. Rainy Slides. As you can see here, this stage is completely slippery. Oh, there we go. We have to not fall on this enemy right here, because if you fall on it, you get hurt. Fortunately, it doesn't do anything, because our cat has infinite lives, it seems. Not only 9. And here we're going to... There we go. Oh, here we're going to move in the opposite direction. And we're going to have a pretty complicated setup to not lose as much speed coming up. So what's going to happen is... Okay, after this... We're going to have 3 jumps, like 3 spikes like this. Like this is the exact spot. So 1, 2, and 3. We didn't lose that much time, it's fine, but it can definitely be faster.
So at the base premise of this game, would you say this is mainly like a collectathon?
This is mainly like a collectathon and just finished stages, yes.
Yeah, because I noticed at the start of each stage, it gives you like a set of things that you would ideally want to hit.
Yes.
So are those vital in completing certain worlds, or...?
Absolutely not. There is no requirement to finish, like, every single zone. Like, it's more challenges, though if you're a completionist, there is a character to unlock if you remove everything. There we go. A little bit of a problem. Come on. Ah, there we go. Because you have this button right here. Oh, no cutscene. Nice. Okay, we're going to drop ourselves. Nice. And here, we're just going to continue on this side. There we go. Our objective again is just... Our objective is just to finish stages. We don't need to... Well, at least we will have a star every single time, because one of the requirements for every single stage is to finish below 5 minutes. And usually, apart from the last level of the game, most of the levels are finishable within 2 minutes.
Are there individual level leaderboards for this game? Or...
As I recall, not on speedrun.com. I might ask the moderator for the speedrun.com page, who is a friend of mine, who is, I don't know if you know him, he is Robert Ducky Assassin, there we go, who actually picked up, yeah, he picked up this game a long time ago, and I decided to pick up the game because I saw him playing on stream. There we go. And we are done with World 1.
Alrighty. Is there time for a donation?
Sure.
I actually have 2 donations from Double Double. They actually say the same thing, and I'm not sure if that was intended or not.
That was probably not intended, because I'm seeing that.
As promised, $25 for not drawing a Triforce once. As a Lost Skinny Runners, it seems fitting to put towards that bid war, and let's be real, what better name to go with than OAR? So they have 2 donations, both $25. Okay, whoops. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Nice. We're gonna say it's one $50 donation. And yeah, thank you so much, Double, for donating. It was really sweet of you, and we look forward to having you again tomorrow.
Yeah, his run is definitely an impressive game, but one I will probably never speedrun. I've seen the run in question. He talks about the person that does the first 5 stages. He's a friend of mine as well. It's called Qlex, and I actually was during his run of the marathon in question. So yeah, here we're going to continue on our way. Going to be very cautious in avoiding this fruit, this glowing fruit. You're going to tell yourself, what's the purpose of this fruit? Well, it reverses your direction and makes it a little bit more... it makes the cat look like it took catnip. Let's just say. And there's quite a lot of these fruits that we will have to avoid during the run. Thing is, like, the effects of this fruit last about like 20 seconds, so you have to be very cautious with it. Nice. Oh, and there we go. This enemy that is in our way that we couldn't avoid. And here we're going to go in the opposite direction to trigger this. There we go, nice. To trigger this switch to help us open the door that is right here. I mean, there are some elements of puzzle as well in this run, so yeah, prepare for that. Okay, here, pretty hard section as well. There we go. That was fast, actually. Nice. As you can see, you see the fruit right here that we are avoiding at all costs. Yep. There we go. There we go. This right here is definitely hard. This switch to activate, and this will be jump right after. There we go. If we take one more dumpling. Oh. Nice. We have... So keep in mind as well, when you jump at the same frame or about like 2 frame leniency, when you hit like a launch pad, you will actually have a boost of height as well. So it is definitely useful. The blue lights. The stage is entirely blue here. Okay, I have to be very cautious to not hit this wind tunnel here, because if you hit it, you're going to lose a substantial amount of time. Which I did right there. Because there are intended ways, and ways that usually lead to dumplings. But given we don't need the dumplings... Oh, given we don't need the dumplings, we often don't get them. This spot right here, there we go. Nice, pretty good here. Let ourselves be carried by these bones. And this section where the rising platform, then take this bumper here. Take the second bumper. And the third bumper, there we go. So as you might see, I'm playing on Switch. Keep in mind this game is also available on PC. And yeah, it's available on Steam. I don't remember the price. I think it's something like $12 or $15, which is definitely good. It's a really good game, really cute game as well.
What platforms is it available on?
Switch and PC. if I recall correctly.
I can go check that just really quick. The Big Journey. Almost typed round cat simulator, but didn't actually type that in.
I mean, with Ducky, we usually call it Potato Cat.
That's fair. That's fair. I think, yeah, this is available on Switch, and... Oh, it's also apparently available on mobile? Maybe? Oh. Yeah, it seems like it's also available on Google Play.
Okay. Interesting. Here we're going to take the path downwards, because upwards leads to a dumpling, and nowhere else. And for each and every level, we just want to avoid getting hit. This one is going down. There we go. We just want to avoid as much as possible getting hit. But
is there a health bar in this game, or is there any sort of HP?
No, there's not much HP. Just that if you get hit, you lose one of the dumplings that you have, and if you don't, you just are bumped in the direction you touched the enemy on.
So getting hit makes you lose weight.
Yes. So usually, it's actually preferable to be hit.
If only it was that easy.
Yeah. So somehow getting hit just is preferable sometimes, because it helps you damage boost, because it gives you a push in a certain direction, and this push in a certain direction would definitely help. Okay, Sleepy Wood. There we go.
Firebird saying, "Quick, somebody punch me."
These are going in the opposite direction, so I have to be very cautious there. There we go. We have these big bumpers. Here we're going down, because that's what the path tells us to do. Because if we continue going on the opposite direction, we actually are led to, again, a dumpling. Finishing this part here, getting hit here, that is fine. And there we go. Let's see, I think, yeah, we have finished the second zone. We are arriving in the third zone, which is the desert.
In total?
5 stages. Like 5 worlds of 4 stages. So 20 stages in total.
Alrighty, I do like the aesthetic of this one. I'm very much a desert boy. And it's been really interesting to see. One thing I've noticed about this game is the way in which you, like, certain bits of movement I can see are done so that you really just limit, because it is essentially like, almost like if you've ever played, like, I think it's Kururinpa. I think that's like the Game Boy Advance game. Very similar idea of trying to lower the amount of distance you cover in every single jump or movement you do.
Yeah.
So if you oftentimes have these almost S-like curves that you fall underneath, and I noticed that you often turn the camera as you fall at a certain point, so you actually curve just around the edge of the peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
And so stuff like that really seems quite interesting, and so I've really enjoyed this run so far. It seems very precise.
By the way, as you might see here, I was blocked for a very small amount of time on one of these spinners right here. You can actually be soft-locked on one of these. So I'm usually very cautious around them, because when you hit one of them, you can often lose up to probably like a minute, 2 minutes and a half.
That is very harsh for a dumpling cat to handle. Oh my! Every time I can't stop smiling looking at this game. It's almost contagiously cute. I only just noticed the text boxes out of the cat's mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty much linked to the sounds that come out of its mouth as well. There we go.
How do we make it obvious the host doesn't have game audio on? I wonder how.
This part as well, definitely going to be pretty harsh because it's kind of a labyrinth, so you have to be in the right directions. Oh, nice bump. Got a little push in the right direction. Ooh, that was close. Okay, we got it. Fine. We go into this wind tunnel again. And boom, level over. Some of these levels are definitely about like a minute and a half to 2 minutes long, but some of these levels can be done extremely quickly, like this one.
Yeah, that was. I was looking at like the average length. That was well under a minute. I'm assuming the main reason why is because, as you mentioned, it's a labyrinth-like stage, so they expect you to get lost.
Yeah. And to try to find all the dumplings as well, which are in all separate directions in this maze.
So is there like an all dumplings run or something equivalent to that, like 100% run?
Like all stars rather.
Huh. Oh, so doing all the challenges then?
Yeah, all challenges pretty much.
How would you say that compares to doing any percent?
Not that much longer. I'd say it's
Really?
about. I mean,
it's a very
no,
different...
no, never mind. It's a different run. I'd say it's about 2 times as long.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you have a lot more as we go through the Fidget Spinner Desert. It's just curious because this seems like a game that could be, while any percent is, of course, in of itself really enjoyable and trying to get through the stage as fast as possible is really fun. This seems like a game that could, like that intense amount of routing, not to mention the fact that assumedly you'd need to also get damageless because of what you mentioned with dumplings before. That seems like a really difficult run, but like difficult in a way that's rewarding.
I mean, in the case of the any percent, I'm not even close to the world record. My PB is at 42 minutes, and Ducky has absolutely polished this run to a pretty significant extent. I think his world record is like 37 minutes.
That's not that different, to be honest. And honestly, well, just coming from personal experience, FocusSight host thoughts. You should honestly, whenever anyone speedruns, because I have a lot of people in the furry community who aren't speedrunners who are interested in speedrunning in general, they always go, "Oh, it's so difficult," or they're thinking, "I will never get world record." That's not the whole point of speedrunning. The whole point of speedrunning.
True. I mean, true. That's why I started running it as well, just because I really liked this game and I wanted to have a run on it.
Yeah, it's really just about, do you enjoy the game itself, and how it's. You should always look at speedrunning, in my opinion, as a passionate thing for personal improvement.
So there we go. I hit the fruit.
No.
Now you understand why I'm talking about this. Now you understand the motion sickness warnings. There we go.
Oh, this is like what I see in my dreams at night.
That's what I meant by the content warning about motion sickness.
At least I'm not scared by seeing a Chinese horror, but you know, it's at least you don't have to put the scared face around me or whatever. Not this time.
Yeah.
Just put the dizzy emoji instead. Ooh, this level looks beautiful. This game's art style is honestly incredible.
It's a very nice art style in general, yes. No, I don't have the cycle again. Yeah, because you have a certain cycle that you have to pass through to get as fast as possible in this section. Here we're going to go up, actually, instead of down. And here we're going to go to the left. There we go.
Yeah, there's a little question from chat, if you don't mind me bringing it up.
Go ahead.
Someone's asked, we know what the dumplings do. What exactly do the bugs do, the smaller ones you collect?
I have absolutely no idea. I just know that it eats it.
Great, let's go.
It's just a collectible.
Collectible, yeah. It's sort of like coins, but without, like, there's no additional
Yeah.
things that I'm assuming. Yeah, that would make sense.
I have to be very cautious here because if I get too close to the snake, I actually trigger a cutscene. And given we are not in the right category, because there is a category where you meet all the animals in the forest, so you have to round it around it. Yeah.
I like those sorts of categories. What would you recommend to people who are trying to pick up the big journey as a speedrun? What sort of things, resources, or just like what category would you recommend most? Would it just be any percent, or?
To be fair, just any percent, yes. Just any percent for now, and then if you want to explore a little bit, try like maybe all. What's the term? Can't remember the exact term, but it's like all animals or something.
I can look it up again. It's on speedrun.com, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, the big journey. Again, making sure not to put in round cat adventure. All NPCs is the
there we
category
go. Yeah.
And also all levels. So are there levels after the post-game levels?
You unlock those levels when you get 20 stars over the course of the game, which is usually pretty easy because it means basically having... It basically means completing the game. Because you have 25 stages. Time. Yep. With all stages under 5 minutes. So it's usually not an issue.
What would you say is the challenge you've had to go through in this game?
I haven't tried most of the other categories yet, including the Wonderland, which is the category in question, like the category with the extra stages. But it's so far I'm only in any percent. But it definitely is a very interesting run that has a lot of nooks and crannies that you have to explore.
Absolutely. All right, looks like we're in another maze-like stage, it seems, from the underground aspect of it.
Yep, and we have to not get into this wind tunnel right here, but we have to just drop down again. At this point, it's a lot of dropping down, finding the best route, not accidentally going into one of the other routes that can lose a significant amount of time.
What are those gophers? What are they? They just scare me.
Those one-eyed creatures?
No. The ones that pop up from the ground.
Those
batches of 3.
Yeah, I have no clue either. Yeah, those look like gophers, I think. Okay, closer to the lava. This one is pretty close as well. Ooh, okay, good. A little bit too close, but we'll take it. There we go. Here we're going to go in the opposite direction. As you can see, we have a little cat right here that we will avoid, because this is not the right category, but... Like, in all NPCs, you have all this dialogue as well that is added onto it. That can definitely make for a very enjoyable run. So if you just want to see cute animals talking to each other, I'd say probably try all NPCs. But you will have to find them all first. Like this. There we go. Alright, we are very close to the lava here. We are in the center of the volcano. Part of the volcano, because we go pretty far to actually look for Mr. Chu. Oh. Actually took the bump here, that's fine. Chu. There we go. And here we have to be very cautious to go only to the right, because to the left is an NPC. Like, there are quite a lot of things that you have to focus on, so to speak. Oh, this part is pretty
Haha,
maze-like as well.
that was the funny. That was me. The verb that I have. You know, that's that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have a lot to actually be sure you. Oh god, it's a little bit hard for me to speak. Apologies.
No worries. No worries. Yeah, there seems to be a lot going on in the stage. So if you don't mind, I'm happy to mention a
Yeah,
little bit about the charity that we're doing.
yeah. If you want to plug anything, sponsors, donations, what we're here for, the stage is yours.
Okay, so for those of you who aren't aware, welcome to Fastest Fur Spring Spectacular 2021. We are a group of furry speedrunners dedicated to building a strong community that is welcoming and open to all. This event is part of two events we do online annually, or I guess not biannually. I don't know how to say half a year actually in terms of that, but we'll figure it out in due time. Twice annually. And we have another one that's going to be coming up in winter, of course. But for this event, we are supporting OAR, the Organization for Autism Research. Your donation we put to immediate use to fund research, deliver resources, and support their major programs. 83 cents of every dollar you contribute directly funds their programs, and all donations are tax deductible. For more information, please visit www.researchautism.org or use the command !charity in the chat. OAR is genuinely a really good charity. We made sure to vet them, obviously, and I am very happy that we're supporting them, especially just after Autism Acceptance Month last month.
Yeah, it's definitely a very noble cause. Okay, I'm going to go on this side, because this part is actually pretty complicated to manage. There we go. Oh no! It's a very technical part as well here, because you have to jump at the right time, not fall. Nice, pretty good here. Oh. And voila! World 4 finished. We're actually arriving ever closer to the end. And these next couple of stages are probably the two hardest in the run. These are extremely technical and tend to be also... they tend to soft lock you very easily, so we have to get cautious with this. Case in point, this one, there we go. If you don't drop enough, the platform will actually hit you and the wall at the same time, causing you to get stuck in the wall and have to redo the stage all over again. And this loses about a minute to a minute and 30, depending on where you hit it. Okay, arriving. Most complicated part is going to be right at the end as well. With this... Oh. There we go. This platform right here. If you go on the left of this platform, you can... If you hug the wall too hard, part of the sprite of the character will get stuck into the wall. And given the platform cannot go back down because you're on it, this is basically a soft lock. There we go, we are arriving here. So yeah, to be fair, there's quite a lot of categories But I would say just start with any percent, and probably if you feel like it, you can start doing categories like all NPCs, which are definitely pretty fun categories to speedrun as well. Have to be very cautious not to soft lock here. There we go. Because I have soft locked in practice. Oh, I hit the fruit again. Oh no. At least is in the right direction, I guess. Okay, good.
Imagine this game in VR. Oh,
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I don't want to imagine.
we could make it happen, though. We could make it happen.
That would definitely be fun to play. Okay, level 23 out of 25.
Future incentives, noting down. Okay.
I mean, if it's available in VR, I might try, but I don't think it is.
Upgrade to a VR only run.
Like I said, I don't think it's available, but if it is, I will probably try it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice. So we're launched to high speeds, not getting into the fruit again. Oh, okay, interesting. Didn't know I was going to go this far down, but okay. Oh. There we go. Here we're going to go down, press the switch, wait for the door to disappear, hope it doesn't get a second cutscene. Doesn't get a second cutscene. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's a lot of A button spam at the very least, but at some points you have to be very cautious of when you press A. And as you might see, it flashed on the screen very quickly. We have unlocked Wonderland, which is the extra stages. And yeah, it basically unlocked when you got 25 stars, and you usually do it just by when in a speedrun, you usually do it just by doing most of the levels correct.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the right stage. This is not the right stage. It pressed 22. It tends to happen sometimes, but am I in the right stage?
You select the correct stage there.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm going to. Am I going? There we go. Finally, because as you might have noticed, this was not the right stage I was going into.
Odd. Very strange.
Yeah, the game tends to do that sometimes. It tends to do that sometimes. I didn't notice until like a few seconds into the stage, saying, "This is not 5-4." Okay, going on the other side, dropping down. There we go. So I lost about 30 seconds here. Oh. I have to be very cautious. Come on. Okay, good. Then we have this part right here. Then we have this part right here. There we go. First try. Nice. Go down. And here, if you actually go in this direction, it doesn't do anything, so you just have to drop down. And level 24 is over. Alright, we are arriving already on the last level of the game. So if it's not, it's already autumn. Okay, good. We are on the right stage. So we are on the very last stage of the run. There we go. Oh, 1, 2.
Time immediately finishes when you touch the flowers at the end.
Not exactly. It's about 3 or 4 seconds later. It's when the screen fades to black. I will tell you when. Nope. Went down. Go. There we go.
I love the slow motion. I didn't even notice that earlier.
Yeah, you get that slow motion every time you hit one of these. When you hit these switches. Oh my god! When you hit these switches, you usually get this this slow-mo animation. Oh, wow, it's an interesting one. Okay. So we have 3 of them to unlock in this one. Oh, and I. Okay, I'm dropping down here. There we go. Going to wait a little bit because the platform, the cycle is not the best. There we go. No. There we go. Tends to happen sometimes. Come on, come on, come on. It's getting slowly up top. There we go. Here, we're going to the other direction. Come on. There we go. And we're getting closer to the end. We're on like about 10 seconds before I touch the flowers, so I will tell you when. Okay. Prepare for time. End. Time.
All right, time is 41:02. Isn't that a PB?
Which is a PB, I think, by about a minute 20. Yeah, that's a PB by minute 20.
Especially for the fact that the game didn't had stage amnesia in the middle of that.
I think I lost like 30 seconds over this. Yeah, I lost about 30 seconds over this, but yeah, it's fine otherwise. So as you might see, we have unlocked one last section, which is Wonderland. I'm not going to do it, but keep in mind there are 5 stages, and each and every time you have like these requirements that you have to do. And yeah, that's the end of this run, so thank you for receiving me. This is not going to be the end of me, because I'm going to be back on Sunday morning for you, afternoon for me, to play Crazy Zen Minigolf, a minigolf game that is...
Not open without golf, just saying.
A minigolf game that is more crazy than Zen.
And possibly questions the nature of golf itself, from what I know of it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ulvind, for running for us. We're always glad to have you, and you did a great job here. Congrats on a new PV.